Hello and welcome to GuRoute. GuRoute is a travel website like no other. We've collected over 250,000 points of interest on Wikipedia. We have millions more from OpenStreetMaps. But the real value of GuRoute comes from people like yourself discovering and sharing cool places that you know about, that you visited, and that you want everybody else to enjoy. There's one thing you need for a GuRoute: location. Everything in GuRoute is location based. We don't want anybody getting lost. We don't want anybody having trouble finding a place. So we put a location on everything. Here's one of my favorite parks in the local area, Wilder Ranch State Park. It's a beautiful hike along the cliffs. It's got a cave that you can go to. There's some aloe vera bushes that the kids love climbing in. This is all great, but not really. What if I tell you about all these wonderful things and you can't find them? You walk straight past that aloe vera bush. Not anymore. Inside Wilder Ranch State Park, you can explore all the GuRoutes that have been created by our gurus inside this park. I've been to this place lots of times with my family. There's a hike we do along the cliffs that ends at this beach down where this Fern Grotto is. But one day, even though we saw dolphins swimming in the ocean, we visited a cave on the beach, we saw sea lions, my kids' favorite memory of this place was when they went crawling through the tunnels underneath these aloe vera bushes. So I made a GuRoute for it. I can make a GuRoute for whatever I want, and so can you. It's not all about the big things, the museums, the beautiful cities. Kids especially, they just remember little things like this. And to share it, we create a GuRoute for it. And if you want to go off and discover it yourself, there's the aloe vera bushes. You can see them from space. The part that GuRoute plays is to provide a place where you can create points of interest as easily as possible, and you can find other people's points of interest as easy as possible. But we also go way more than that. What if you go on a road trip and everybody thinks you're great at planning and you know Ireland better than anybody else? Why not just copy the trip that you did when they go to Ireland? This is all possible in GuRoute. This aloe vera bushes GuRoute was created by myself. It has my name on it. If I click on my name, I get to my page. This is me as a guru, a description of me. You can visit my timeline. Most of my stuff is public. Other people might not do it that way, but I do. I want people to see how cool all this stuff is. Here's a lot of the stuff that I've created. Recently, a friend of mine was going to Barcelona, so I created a walking tour for him. I lived in Barcelona back in 2004, so I know the place really well. So I made a walking route of all these great places that I used to love, and he can follow it through, walk all day long, discover all these amazing things that are inside my head. Every place that he visits has exact locations. This kava bar is an amazing place we discovered. We discovered it because we lived there. Trying to give you directions to find it? Not a problem. Just press on the zoom button. There it is right there. You can get driving directions or walking directions to it from your favorite app. You can share it on your timeline when you visit it and have a memory of it forever. Although I made this tour for a friend who was going to Barcelona, I also made it public so everybody else can enjoy it too. Check out our other videos to see how easy it is to create a GuRoute and to gather GuRoutes into fun collections and tours. But GuRoute's not just about creating GuRoutes, it's about enjoying ones that other people have created. Let me show you how that works. Back in the Bay Area where I live, GuRoute has already pulled all the top attractions to the top of the list. What if I want to search for something? Over in the hamburger menu, I can filter. I can filter GuRoutes down to anything I'm interested in. Hiking trails, historic, kid-friendly places. One of my favorite categories is the wacky category. There's lots of cool places around to see, lots of unusual things like the Mystery Spot, which is a gravity house near Santa Cruz, the Psycho Donuts, Android lawn statues, which is a pretty cool place. Google have set up all these lawn statues for all the different versions of their operating system, right on the campus of Google. If I zoom out a bit further, it shows me all the wacky stuff in Northern California, and I can keep zooming out or switching around wherever I want. So if I find something I'm interested in, like this glass beach, I can add it to my favorites. It's already in my favorites, actually. Or I can do something a bit different. Sometimes what I'm interested in right now is not what I'm going to be interested in next year. This place looks really cool. We're actually thinking of a trip up north sometime around Thanksgiving. So why don't I just add it into a tour? A tour is basically, instead of just adding stuff to your favorites, you group them together into something that you plan on doing together. So your favorites for Northern California might be real because you plan on going there soon. So I can create a new tour, and I can start planning what I'm going to be visiting on this road trip up north. I have to give my tour a title. I can give it a description, I can give it categories, lots of other stuff. I'll save some of that for later. Right now I just want to start gathering some fun stuff, all just playing around. If I see something cool, I might go and visit it. Then I'll sort these out, put them in an order, and really start thinking about what this road trip's going to be. So I'll be starting in San Jose. I'll skip through the area that I know pretty well because we're more interested in exploring this area up here. So again, GuRoute's going to show me the top attractions. Whatever looks good, I'm going to add it in. Point Reyes, I've been to a number of times. It's absolutely amazing, but we'll probably skip past that this time. I haven't been to Napa, so let's add that to the tour. It's as simple as that. I think we're probably going to go from Napa up the coast and back down the inside. There's national parks up here. There's lots of big trees to see. So basically, anything that takes my fancy is going to get added into this road trip. I've heard that Eureka's nice, so we'll add that. This Chandler tree, I'm going to want to go and see that. Anyway, you get the point. You don't need to watch me planning my next vacation. But when done, I'm going to have a collection of all the stuff that I think is worth going to see. It's starting to form a road trip. I can order them so that I can plan the actual route that I'm going to be taking. And then I can post it to my timeline for what I'm going to be doing next. I can put in when I'm going to go. Why don't I do that? So this road trip is planned for Thanksgiving of this year. So I can put it in there. November, we'll probably start on the Saturday, and I'll be going with my whole family. Now if I go to my timeline, I can see not just what I've done recently, done some hiking over in Quicksilver County Park, but I have a road trip planned for the Sierras, and now I have another road trip planned for Northern California. As I travel around this road trip, things will move from my what's next section to my actually done section. This is a great way to get kids involved in helping you, by the way. Kids get very excited when they know where you're going. They can see what's ahead of them. They can even do their own bit of research and add stuff into the trip for themselves. And when we visit each of these places, they'll move to my done section of my timeline, and I'll have a record of where I've been, a nice souvenir for the rest of my life. Stuff on my timeline can be public, or it can be private, or it can be visible only to my friends. How do I get my friends? You'll have to check another video for that, but briefly, GuRoute allows you to import all your contacts from Yahoo and from Google, and you can add them manually. You can build up a whole network of your friends that you share stuff with, they share stuff with you, you ride on each other's timelines, you experience the great world around us together. So make sure to check out our other videos to see how easy it is to get your contacts into GuRoute and to start enjoying the great world with them. Have a good day.